Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, there's a diplomatic row between Tanzania and European Union. That diplomatic row has erupted over a planned motion by the European Union Parliament to discuss the political crisis in the country, Tanzania. Now, the EU scheduled to debate the motion titled Post-Election Killings and the Deteriorating Human Rights Situation in Tanzania, including the case of imprisoned opposition leader Tundu Lissu. Now, however, we are told that the Tanzanian government, through its embassy in Brussels, has sent a protest letter to the EU saying debating such a motion without giving her the right to reply is a violation of international rules and a threat to its sovereignty. And now, in the official correspondence dated November 25th, 2025, reference number CKAG24/699/01, the Tanzanian government has faulted the European Parliament over what it has termed as violating this Samoa Agreement, the framework governing relations between the EU and the African, Caribbean, and Pacific states. And the note stated that the government is concerned that a matter of such gravity, touching directly on the sovereignty and reputation of the United Republic of Tanzania, is being advanced without affording the government. And the government is concerned that a matter of such gravity, touching directly on the sovereignty and reputation of the United Republic of Tanzania, is being advanced without affording the government an opportunity to present its side and clarify facts. It then added that the government further recalls the universally recognized principle of natural justice regarding the right of the concerned party to be heard before conclusions are drawn. The principles are not been observed, including during earlier discussions at the Committee on Foreign Affairs, where Tanzania was not invited to provide factual clarification. As a result, the debate risks being informed by unverified reports and one-sided narrative. Now, what is this about Tanzania people, Tanzanian government? They keep on talking about one-sided report. We saw what the Prime Minister said. We saw what the government spokesperson said. They all talk about one-sided. We saw what the CNN correspondent Larry Modo said about the government of Tanzania. He said he gave them a series of questions which they were supposed to respond to. Those questions were supposed to clarify certain things, but they said they could. But Larry Modo told us that those concerned people did not respond. So after constantly reminding them about these questions, they ended up not responding, not providing answers. So that's why CN published a documentary and it was aired. Now, I know the main reason why EU Parliament wants to discuss this issue. First, there are two reasons. One, the first reason is on what Commonwealth did. Now, Commonwealth decided to come up with a mediation team that was going to be led by Malawi former president Lazarus Chakwera. Then Lazarus Chakwera accepted that appointment and delivered a statement to Tanzania people to if they can allow him to proceed with that task assigned by the Commonwealth. Tanzania people did not respond because we don't have any facts about the response to the request from Lazarus Chakwera, the former president of Malawi. Now, Commonwealth had given around 4 days for that mediation to be conducted. It never took place. So that is the first reason why EU Parliament is opting to discuss the issue. Now, the second thing is the CNN documentary, which again caught the attention of the US Senate. And the US Senate discussed about that through a committee, and they came up with a verdict that ICC should move in with speed and deal with the issue. So these are two reasons which I think the EU could be thinking that it is high time they discussed about the issue of Tanzania. So the issue of Tanzania is going to be discussed, and it's all about the killings and the issue of democracy and the release of Tundu Lissu. Remember, there's a particular time in this channel I mentioned that the first thing that Samia Suluhu should do for a national healing is to release Tundu Lissu. Just release Tundu Lissu. Because which we don't see any progress in that case. Just release Tundu Lissu. So they are going to discuss about the release of Tundu Lissu, the Tundu Lissu situation, because I believe even the judges are now they're not happy with the case. Honestly speaking, these judges, people would want to see a scenario whereby now they just let Tundu Lissu be. They are just allow him his freedom, because they have detained him for long, but the case does not seem to receive any meaningful progress. Now, there's something here I need to tell you about concerning the European Parliament. Earlier this week, the committees within the European Parliament voted to object 158 million development funding package for Tanzania, citing democratic backsliding. Now, the motion, which is supposed to take place today, the 26th November 2025, and I'm going to follow up on this motion and give you the debate, the verdict, and what was actually concluded there. So we are told that according to the EU, Tanzania authorities have failed both locally and abroad to release statistics on the number of casualties during the fourth-day chaos where internet and electricity were shut down. So the government of Tanzania is going to receive sanctions from the EU. They have already cancelled a major project of 156 million euro. You know, this is a huge development funding package that was supposed to be that had been planned for Tanzania, but they are citing democratic backsliding. So a huge project, 156 million euros, cancelled, ladies and gentlemen. That's a big loss. But I think I remember Samia Suluhu talked about, she had anticipated this. She knew that this was going to come up. That's why she said the Tanzania will rely largely on the domestic funding, domestic solutions, so loaning, internal loaning and the like. But externally, there was going to be sanctions, and this is one of the sanctions that has been witnessed. 156 million euros cancelled. That funding package has been cancelled. So just go below in the comment section and tell us what to think about this European Union Parliament's move. Do you think this is going to solve the problem? Just tell us below in the comment section. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.